Howdy y'all, this is Twitchonium here, coming at y'all with another Neon Dynasty quick draft today. Just gonna go ahead and jump straight on into it and see if we open something cool. Well, I've got another one of the legendary lands. They're solid, just nothing too crazy. This is one of the better ones. Otherwise, meh, Goshen Tai, maybe. Not a crazy pack. Era Enlightenment's nice. The Samurai's fine in the Samurai decks. How do I really feel about Anchor to Reality? I don't really care for it. Yeah. I think I actually like the Goshen Tai the best. Just I like the strategy the most. It's not that much weaker than the Takenuma. Yeah, we can do it. Give it a shot. Well, definitely rewarded for picking the green enchantment. Now we've got a couple of great options. The hot springs could be cool in a enchantment modified creaturesy kind of a deck, or just go with the generous visitor that is a broken house of a card. Would also love to wheel like Fade or Master Seshiru here. Or if we end up in white green, even the intervention. Kami's Flare, another great card in this pack. This pack is miles ahead of that last one. But we'll just stick to the one color for now. This time we can still stick to the same color and take a Kami, which is pretty nice in this deck type. Otherwise, we take like a Repel the Vile, just hedging on the fact that green-white is typically the most enchantment color pair focused. But I think I'll just take the Kami here. And everything we've got is working together for so far. This is interesting, though. We could take the Arrest for a super nice removal spell in the green-white enchantments, or we can take Goshen Tai in black here and get a second shrine going. Still, fits the enchantment plan. I think I'm down to do that. I mean, sure, I'll miss an Arrest if we do end up in the white deck, but I would really... If we can do like a green base and then splash the shrines, that'd be pretty cool. Now, nothing for us really. I guess just like the bear or the safekeeping. I'll just grab a safekeeping. Help keep our key pieces alive. And this time, not really an artifact deck, but this is probably still fine. Just like a good blocker on the ground that we can reconfigure onto something else to make it stronger. Could also just take the 2-drop. Or even like a network terminal to splash stuff. Or we could just take a lethal exploit and go harder in on the black. I think I'll stick to the green. We're not for sure playing black yet. Alright, now we've got a Fade that wheeled. I'm definitely happy to snag up a copy of that. Could also take the Golden Tail Disciple here as a white enchantment based card, but I think I like this one. It just hits so much in this format. And here we'll just take the Emergence, a nice little enchantment piece as well. Yeah, we don't need the Courtyard. Now, probably take a first network terminal here. Well, now we wield the Hot Springs, so we should consider any kind of counters or equipment synergies we pick up. We did already get the Cuff here. And red could be another potential option. This not the most exciting of sagas, but if we got some kind of sack outlets, we could consider it. Alright, so far, we're pretty much just green with Well, with whatever other color we want so far. Might actually play the Grafted Growth, and if we end up like playing a Hot Springs, just to go with the modified synergies. Now we have to make a little bit of a decision here. We can either pick up a nice white card, or stick to green, or go a little harder into black. There's really no good red options for the Hot Springs. But we could still splash that with what we've already got between like the growth and the network terminal and stuff. But there's the March of the Otherworldly Light, which just lets us exile a thing, which is pretty nice. Probably the pick. Then there's like Michigos, which is also nice. We're already running a bunch of enchantments and even a couple of, or maybe just one artifact. Not two. So there's also like Board Wipe here, Lethal Exploit. Season of Renewal is great in this kind of deck. But I think we'll just take the white removal and keep our options open here still. It's probably either like Befriending the Moths, Repel the Vile, or one of the green cards. I guess since we still don't know what we're playing necessarily, I think I want my first copy of Renewal. The last enchantment deck we drafted, I didn't get a copy of this, and I was kind of missing it a bit. Now we can pick up the Befriending the Moths. Otherwise, probably a Fang of Shigeki. Or we could just pick up a Jungle Hollow and, you know, go a little more in the splashiness and just be like a green deck that's splashing a couple of things. It's tough. Yeah, I think I actually like the land here. Not really missing out on a ton. Would definitely play a copy of Befriending the Moths if we were for sure in white, but we don't know that we're playing white yet. Kind of like the last one, we can pick up another Cuff. Go pick up a Preserver to put a counter on stuff. Kind of goes with the Hot Springs a little bit more. Or we could just pick up a Blossoming Sands, and now we can pretty much keep Goshentai and March in the deck, even with and splash them without even really having to play one of those color lands. Could see doing that. How's our 3-drop situation looking? Okay, so 2 drops are actually what we need to focus on. I didn't realize we've been hurting so much for those. Not that there's any here for us to pick up. I guess if we go black with the Goshentai, there's a 2-drop. Could also lean heavier into the red side of things and go with the Dragon Spark Reactor. I think I'm honestly just going to take this land, though. Alright, so still not really any 2-drops. I don't really want to play an Artificer. I will pick up a Fang of Shigeki here, though. Just a nice little early creature, since it's not a 2-drop, but at least it's an early play. And it's on theme. So since we hit the fixing here, I think I'll just grab the enchantment-based 2-drop here. And we'll fit into the green-white mostly strategy like you normally would expect in this kind of deck. Pick up an Ace just because it's a 2-drop we can play, but hopefully we don't have to. Get another Exemplar here. Would like to pick up a Disciple now that we're a little heavier into white. I could see playing one of these guys, even though he's not enchantment based. At least it's a 2-drop in the right color. Alright, we'll grab another Emergence. Probably not playing any of these. Oh, another Web Spinner Cuff came back. Safekeeping. So I feel like we need to, in this last pack, we need to finish out the 2-drop slot, and we need to pick up some bigger top-end threats as well. Some finishers. And here we've got Ogrehead Helm. Probably not for us, unfortunately. Well, we really need to find our lane here in this pack, and this is not a good start. I guess we just take like the companion here. Like I was saying, we need the 2-drops, that's for sure. Oops. Well, we will switch back in here in just a sec. Well, we might have gotten there on being able to splash a Sky Turtle. We don't have any blue here, but we might be able to, honestly. Sorry about the cat. Still not a great draw here. We do need to check this out. So 2, 3, 4 that I actually would want to play here. So I'd take another Spirited Companion. Now we can go ahead and pick up the Befriending the Moths, the first copy. Now that we're doing a lot better on the 2-drops. All right, well, Zeus's Many Journeys is a 2-drop that I'm really happy to snag here. So now we're set on that, and we can pretty much just pick up any of the more expensive stuff we want. And we can pick it up in a number of different colors here too, which is nice to consider. Double striking, non-enchantment, or a Repel the Vile. I think I could go with the first Repel the Vile. We don't have a ton of removal. Ooh, and another Generous Visitor. That's pretty sweet to pick up this late. And now it makes me want to pick up like even more of this kind of guy. Because our threats are not going to be big now. They're going to be going wide and putting counters on our team. Which actually makes me want to lean heavier into the Hot Spring. Or at the very least, make sure we actually do splash it, even though we didn't really get a great amount of splashing for it. So with that in mind, I might actually pick up another Grafted Growth. I don't think we're going to be that heavy into the modified thing, though, but nothing else in this pack. Well, I mean, if we're going to be running a couple of fixing things anyways, I mean, worst case, this is a 3-mana return a card from your graveyard to your hand, which I think is still a fine thing to have access to. Could even play like 2 network terminals. I'm going to pick this up just in case I decide we need to toss a big old hasty vehicle in the top end. But I don't think we're going to need to. I think this is going to try to be a early mid-rangey kind of a deck. All right, enchantment early drop. We are definitely not cutting the visitors. I could see cutting like 2 copies of that potentially. The March we'll definitely keep. That's nice removal. I could see cutting that 2-drop. All the rest of these I think are fine. Maybe cut 1 exemplar if we really need to. Definitely like Fade. That's instant speed, right? Oh no, it's sorcery speed, but it is Exile, which I like. Definitely could see not doing some splashing and cutting the growths if we need to. Want to keep Season of Renewal. If we're cutting the growths, we're probably also cutting the network terminals. So I guess like our whole 3-drop slot is... Mama, I need you to wait. All right, starting again in 3, 2, 1. So I guess the whole 3-drop slot here is pretty much predicated around the splash or not. So this is all of the splashy stuff. Oh, and the Goshen Tide. Yeah, I definitely don't think we got there on that. So black, we're for sure not going to splash. White we're for sure playing, so that one we need to keep. So I kind of like this as our curve. Not too bad, like creature-wise, more or less. This, you know, kind of a creature, this kind of a creature. These are kind of creatures. And that gives us a flyer, some ways to block flyers, some kind of a little bit beefier things, but putting the counters on stuff is definitely, like, we might need to more aggressively mulligan into trying to start with a visitor in hand. But we only need to cut 3, so we can keep pretty much all of our removal stuff. We'll just leave it here. But if we want to keep the hot springs, which I think I do, and the turtle, which is kind of like a 3-drop play, then I guess I'd rather have the growth because it still works with the hot springs, even though this one might let us draw a card occasionally. But then is that really enough to do the splash at that point if we only have 1 growth? I guess we have Azusas, but that's not really like finding the lands. It's just letting us play an extra one. So I mean, I can definitely see cutting the islands because we don't necessarily need to be able to cast the Sky Turtle all that much. Or maybe that's wrong. Maybe playing the Sky Turtle is actually wrong. Add like 1, 2. Do like this and then add the other growth back too. 16, 7, and 1. Yeah, I like the split like that then. Maybe I should even run 1 more. That only puts 3 sources in the deck. I could see running it like that. Probably just not even supposed to splash. But I like putting counters on things and giving things haste. I think that's kind of what we're going to be trying to do in this deck anyways, with the generous visitors. So we'll see if that does the trick. Since we're trying to splash it, let's put the hot springs as the deck art there. And I'll see y'all in the first round. Welcome to round number 1. We are on the play with an interesting starting hand here. We have like exactly what we want to start the game off with in the generous visitors, but we're hurting to actually have a follow-up play for them, which is a little rough. I feel like I'm still going to keep this. 1 land away from the emergence to trigger both of these, so might be a little slow, but it should be powerful once we can actually start, you know, getting going. And that's maybe the best draw in the deck. Pretty sweet start there. If we hit anything, we can play this turn. Oh, yes, please. We'll play 1, 2. Well, gain 3 is going to be a bit of a pain there. But we'll get 3 of our own at least. Alright. Unfortunate draw, but that's alright. We can still swing in with these 2. Actually, I think let's just swing in with the 2 that we know will survive. See if they want to trade with the Death Toucher. Alright. Still feeling pretty okay here. Would love 1 plains, or even just 1 more land would be fine. Now they can start pumping their shrine up here. But 1 more would put these in a good spot. That's actually a equally decent play there. so we can exile one of the two. I think the one that can continuously get bigger is the one we're going to have to do. As much as I'd like to have better attacks this turn. And we're still in the same spot. Just one more land, really. One more plains would be best. If we could drop the moths, that would just be awesome. Looks like they're going to remove something here. Potentially. Ah, ninjutsu. Yeah, I should have blocked. I don't know what this does. Oh, okay. Just go ahead and swing all. And not a bad start to this this little enchantment deck. We only ended up drawing 4 lands and missed one of our colors completely, and we still managed to scrape it out. So I feel pretty good about that. So, good start. See y'all in round 2. Welcome to round number 2. We are on the draw this time with definitely a worse looking hand. Missing one color completely, our splash color we definitely don't have. Down a land already. I think we have to mulligan this. Yeah, this looks a lot better. And there's the cat in the background. She's wanting to say hello. I think we'll just get rid of the hot springs here. It's the only card we can't play, so... I think I'm going to play the companion here. I'd really like to just draw into our 1-drop dudes if we can. Or into a good 3-drop like that. See what they do. Gonna channel a Tanuki, get a land. Opponent also on the green-white, and also splashing, it looks like. Okay. Exile it and get in for 2. Or play both of these. Or just equip and attack. Be a 2/5 if we do that. Let's just start with card draw. Yeesh, so many lands. We definitely don't need any more of those. But now we can suit up the Exemplar and then start just swinging in solo with that. Ooh, Death Toucher, okay. Well, we can go ahead and exile this guy here first. And then start swinging in with the 3 that aren't as good in the long term. I don't mind trading any of these off. Yeah, even if they want to go with the Exemplar. Ooh, okay. Definitely going to go ahead and get rid of that. And next turn we'll get the Emergence going. Well, that's another good one I wish I could exile, but the other one would have made a flyer, which I think our deck is going to... I mean, even with the Reach creature, we would have still had a harder time with that. Ooh, alright. Gonna get me with the same trick. Although this could be a nice little later game play here. And we'll just start putting counters on our shrine here each turn. Eventually, yeah, it'll just get big enough. Like, now it's already big enough to block the... Oh, no, it's not. Not quite. But we've got chumps for that until this can get big enough. Tameshi, what does that one do? Ah, okay. Could be pretty good. And they do have, yep, artifacts and enchantments to bring back. So yeah, that's going to be a problem real fast here. In fact, that just might be the thing that can overcome our little value engine here. Yep, that'll do it. I'm gonna take this hit. I'm just curious to see what is next on our deck. We drew a fair amount of lands here. I'm wondering if we would have just had another one coming in no matter what. Alright, Circuit Mender. Oh, no, well. It would have been a non-land. But still not going to be enough, I don't think. But we could still keep making our guy bigger. Here comes the Tanuki. All right. Sadly, we did not get there. Look at our massive 4/10 doggo, though. Can't be upset when you can make a 4/10 dog, right? But that's gonna do it. Hopefully next time we can draw one of our little 1-drops and take over the game. See y'all in the next round. Welcome to round 3. We are on the draw this game with a little bit of a suspect keep if we do. We are on the draw, and we would have an extra draw with the companion here. Our only 3-drop is one we definitely can't play quite yet, and we don't have any fixing in hand to play it. I think we need to mulligan this. This is worse. Maybe. I mean, it's kind of comparable, I guess. I'm going to definitely keep this one. Throw back the 3-drop that's the furthest away from being playable here. And hope our doggo draws us into some stuff. That's a bad first draw. I guess it's okay if we draw into a green source, but we have 2 more chances here with the doggo. Hey, there we go. And actually, now I think I'm just going to get that down first. That way next turn we can 2 for 1. Oh, now it's going to get blown up, though. That's a shame. But it's alright. What do we want to do here, though, actually? It's only 2, so I could exile this. Make sure they don't get a 2-3. They're gonna just murder one of these anyways if I play that. So yeah, I think I'm fine using this for that. And we'll just exile this thing. Let's hope we can draw into a land with this one. Awesome. Yeah, may as well just get both doggos down. There's a generous visitor, that's nice. And we still have at least 1 enchantment to play with it. I don't mind double blocking with these to kick this one down. Okay. Some card draw. Well now, what do we do here? We could get down... I think that's the play for sure, since we just drew into another enchantment, and we can still get the visitor down now. Yeah, I think this is fine. If they have another one of those Tetsu, this thing, Toshiro, be a little bad for us. But if they want to do a combat trick on this, I'm fine with that. Okay, now we could play this and safekeeping. Might be the play. Or we can exile this guy, I guess. I think we should get some value out of our little dude while we can here. Oh, the auto tapper I think just screwed us. Alright, they are going to make the trade. Apologize about all the background noise. The cat's having a bit of a panic attack or something. They're going to blow up our planes. And I don't think I want to block this. Befriending the moths, or I think we need to exile the threat here, sadly. Go ahead and give our guy indestructible until the end of turn. That way, even if they do replay this, they don't get the value. Not looking super great, though. I think we just play this guy. I wish we had something to exile this, but we just don't. So, yeah. Oh, snap, that's even better. Better than replaying the kill spell. Can't get rid of that. Yeah, it's just not a great spot to be. Especially with the life drain. And that'll do it. But rough one from that white-black deck. Definitely were able to outvalue us, and they use their graveyard a lot too, which is always impactful. So I'll see you all in the next round. Welcome back to game number 4. We are on the draw with a little slow of a hand, but I think it's probably okay. Can give our dude +1/+1 till we can start drawing into some more stuff. Opponent also starts with the Fang of Shigeki there, though. First time we've seen our red mana source, which is interesting. Actually, let's go ahead and just get that down now. And now that I know I have some plays, I'm okay to trade off here. Opponent also on the same colors, it looks like, and just have a little mirror match going. The opponent with the instant removal, though. Well, I guess we can return the favor. Alright. See if they choose to bounce their removal spell. They do not. We'll go ahead and drop our other enchantment here. And get down our little companion here to draw us into hopefully another land. Excellent. More removal, huh? Sheesh. And they're going to buff up their dude. He doesn't have trample, does he? Nah. I think we're going to need to do this and get back our 2 little cheap dudes. Play this guy first. And probably just get the doggo back down. It's a nice draw. And now we can at least trade with this thing if they do attack here. Hopefully. Wow, another removal. They had 3 Intercesor's Arrests. That's crazy. This is a 2-drop. And this is a 4-drop. Let's see if I do this and this. I can still cast this for 2. And still get rid of this one. Not amazing here, but probably should have like exiled the Arrest to get my 5/6 back or whatever. Yikes, and they get to do it again. Crazy. I think I'm going to eat one this time. We're going to gain 3 here. But we can't just keep giving away all our creatures. Yep. I'll block the one that does the most, but I think the writing's kind of on the wall here. Lifelinker just to seal the deal. We get a life gain here at least. Go ahead and block here. If they have a combat trick, we're just royally done. And still not fully dead quite yet. Can we make it one more turn here? That is not going to do it, I don't think. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we can almost stave off one extra turn, but not quite. Not quite going to make it. Unfortunate end to the draft here, but let's take one last look at this underperforming deck, as most of these Kamigawa ones have been. I definitely shouldn't have tried to stretch towards the hot springs. That's probably, issue number 1. Didn't get our generous visitors, but like 1 game, even though we have 2 copies. See how we can do next time. But that's going to do it for this time, and I'll see y'all in the next draft video. Take care, everybody.